Well, let's talk some tennis here in Ghana, and we're talking development tennis as well. Now, the Whole Performance Tennis Foundation is putting together the second edition of a tournament and a clinic for younger and talented players, and it's happening from tomorrow. Now, here with me in studio to discuss and look further at the development base of tennis is Cedric Dzelu, who's the Executive Director of the Hope Foundation, and also Enock Godi, who's the President and Founder of the Hope Foundation. This will be happening at the Accra Stadium this week. Gentlemen, thank you very, very much.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, great. Thank you. Now, let's quickly get into it. Let's quickly review the first edition of the tournament and the clinic. I'm more interested in, the clinic and how much traction you got from that one, and how effective it was in terms of the young ones that you trained.
Yeah, so last year, for instance, we had a success in the program because last year was the first edition. And when I was coming from the States, my goal was to have 150 kids, but we end up having 480 kids, which is a plus, for us, because, looking at this case, coming out there to have that fun, was something that was excited. But, our goal is to make sure, we're developing the game, so the young ones that are coming up is going to benefit from the game. Hope Performance, it's all about, trying to give that side of the game, to the kids, because like you say, most of these kids, they are playing the game, but they're not having the fun part, they're not enjoying the fun part of the game. So Hope Performance, we are here to give them the fun part and then also provide them with this equipment that they're going to need to sustain themselves in the game.
Okay, so 480 kids took part in the first one. Okay. Yeah. Now, Cedric, I want you to tell me about the first tournament as well and how that one went in terms of the level of competition, what you noticed about the players and their level of performance and how good they can be, compared to other players on the continent.
Tanya, let me start by commending you yourself. You've been, doing amazing with development tennis, and I have been longing for a chance to say thank you for what you've been doing for Ghana tennis. Back to Hope Performance Tennis. Last year, like our president said, 480 kids. We had participation from 12 clubs, from the Greater Accra region.
Wow.
It was massive. We were expecting about 8 clubs, but then eventually 12 showed up. Now we realized that most of the kids had the passion to play tennis, but we're not having the technical abilities, in terms of the game. So our high performance coaches, ensure that these kids will receive the technical, lessons, the drills that is required to take them to the next stage. We also realized that their level of interest was sustained from the very first day to the end. We were a little bit, in effect, thinking that the numbers will reduce drastically as the days goes by, because, from the clinic to the tournament, not everyone gets to participate in the tournament. So we felt that when it gets to the tournament part, those who are not participating in terms of age category, will fall out. But then they were all at the stadium watching, these games. And it will shock you that even players who were underrated, players who have not been to the scene before, have not played a major tournament, came up. Either they were second or third, even first place. And to us, that was a big success. And we think that the kids have shown greater interest, that they are into serious business and they have a chance, at becoming future champs.
Eric, I want you to tell me about this year and what will make this year unique and a must participate in.
Exactly. All right, thank you for the question. Yeah, this year we have a whole lot of concepts with this program this year. Last year was unexpected, but this year we're very ready, for the program. Like each and every kid that will show up at the stadium is definitely going to work out with something, whether strings, whether rackets, whether shoes, whether clothes, whatever it is they come up with, they're going to work out with something. And last year we had it was only Winneba that participated, but this year we're going to have like four regions, coming. We have Tamale, we have Wa, we have Ashanti region, we have Sunyani, also coming. So all these people are coming, and then we have a lot of people, coming from Accra and Winneba as well. So this year we're expecting, to see a bigger number over there, and we're expecting, to see kids that haven't played a game before, and we know through this they're gonna fall in love with the game, and that is gonna sustain them, to play the game of tennis as well.
All right, so interesting stuff there. Now, everything wraps up as a one-day event, isn't it?
No, it's a 4-day event.
4 days, over 4 days. So it starts from tomorrow and it goes all the way down towards the weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, very well, very well. Now, let's talk about the level of support that you've received. You're based in the US, so talk about the support that you receive. resource-wise to be putting this together?
Yeah, so Hope Performance is 100% non-profit organization, that is registered at the state, and we've received support from a lot of people, we've received support from the GTA, the GTF, we've received support from HEAD, we've received support from Wilson, we've received support from PTR, which is the Professional Tennis Registry in the United States, and then my club that I work with, which is Atlanta Athletic Club. So those are the people that are supporting us.
All right. Now, in terms of participation, what will be the mode of participation? The kids have to come in, register between now and, or they register on the same day and take part?
You can take that.
It is an open invitation. Everyone that comes there freely. But the coaches who are going to participate with their kids in the tournament have already registered.
Okay.
So we are not charging anything, but then we have the clubs already who participate in the club tournament from the Friday to Saturday. But for tomorrow to Thursday, it's an open invitation for every kid that show up there.
I see. Interesting. Let's wrap this up, but we're also looking at the long term. I mean, what's the long-term plan for Hope Performance here in Ghana?
So the long-term plan, the plan for Hope Performance here in Ghana is, our goal is to go to the Virgin Regions. Now the Virgin Regions is our top priority because, I mean, like I always say, I have my tennis career in Winneba, the National Sports College in Winneba. That's where, I become a full, tennis player, and let me give thanks to, National Sports College and Coach Noah, because they gave me that platform, they gave me the ability, to be able to, come up with my talent. And I mean, there are a lot of kids that develop or came out through National Sports College that today, most of them are, even if they are living here in Ghana, they are living a better life. And a lot of them had a tennis scholarship that they are in the United States or outside the country, all because there was tennis in Winneba, And if there were no tennis in Winneba, I would not know where those kids going to be by now. And now tennis is not that effective in Winneba. So I'm just wondering where is these kids going to go, and how are they going to, how are they going to unveil their talent that they have in them, a few years to come. So Hope Performance, our goal is to go to the Virgin Regions, the regions that don't know anything about sports, don't know anything about the game. Then we're going to establish a base there where we will train young people that are coming out to how to train kids, from the age 8 and up, so we give them the equipment and then they will take the start from there.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. All the best, and our cameras surely are going to be there to capture all of the activity. All right, so you heard from Enock, Godi, and Cedric Dzelu. They represent Hope Performance, and they're putting together this development tennis program here from the 4th to the weekend. Okay, so that's how we wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, there's a lot more sports content. You can follow our social media handles. It's Joy Sports GH on Twitter and Instagram, and Joy Sports on Facebook. I'll be back tomorrow, 14 hours is the same time. Thank you very much for watching.